comes up, the gift that you were sharing, reminding you from earlier in the week was abundance. We're streaming live on YouTube.
Woohoo! Hello, interwebs.
Yeah, it's nice
Sounds
to see you again. Here, let's play a sound.
Here's Reverend Bill with your God Call.
In This Thing Called You, Ernest Holmes writes, "The wall which keeps you from the greater good is built of mental blocks, cemented together by fear and unbelief, mixed in the mortar of negative experience." What we can take that to mean is that if you'd like to have a different experience in your life, there's a little bit of mental remodeling to do, perhaps a little bit of demolition to get those blocks out of the way so that you can build something new and fabulous and wonderful. The choice is yours, and you are the architect of your new experience.
Good morning, everybody. Great to be here. Here's an original song. I think it connects to that God call. This is called To Feel Alive. I finally made it. I got out of bed and I went downtown to get creative. I ran into my friends at the mall and then we got to singing. And everything feels better right now. Right now. Oh, right now. I don't wanna be famous. I just wanna be up there on the stage doing my thing, singing. Tap into my power and to feel the authenticity. 'Cause I notice that's when I feel most alive. Most alive, yeah. Ooh. 'Cause we're all on this earth to feel alive. Oh, and we all deserve to thrive, and that's fine. That's just fine. Ooh. It's pretty basic, this idea that I can give myself what I need and not spend so much time worrying about people pleasing, and give myself some love finally. Finally. 'Cause we're all on this earth to feel alive. Oh, and we all deserve to thrive, and that's fine. That's divine. Ooh, 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 oh, ooh. Thank you. To feel alive, y'all.
Feel alive. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Emily. Emily Drinker is not just a musician, she's a musical practitioner. Because we like to say that practitioners have the ability to look a fact in the face and know something better. And Emily has the ability to look a set list in the face and know something different. So, and it's perfect because it is an expression of love and creativity unfolding. I'm not going to tell you what the song was on the set list before. We may hear it later. We may not hear it later, but that was absolutely perfect. And I do feel alive. And good morning, New Thought, Philadelphia. Here we are on Zoom. This is the last Sunday in August, which has some of us feeling melancholy and others of us feeling enthusiastic. So looking forward to to another fabulous Sunday, and here we are. You guys know the rules when we're gathering on Zoom. Keep yourself muted except when you're sharing. And let's go ahead and share now because we're going to do a repeat after me kind of thing. So unmute your microphone and say along, I open myself to love.
I
open
open
myself
myself
to
to
love.
love.
I open myself to joy.
I
open
open myself
myself
to
to
joy.
I know that good is at hand.
I know that good is at
hand.
And I accept it right here and right now.
And I accept it
And I
right here
accept it
and
right here, right
And
now.
so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Another click of the mute button, I will remind you that New Thought Philadelphia is an open and loving community of spiritual adventurers, welcoming each person to experience their divine nature in an empowering space of unconditional love. Whatever path you've been on, whatever brought you to our Zoom today, wherever you're heading next, we have been expecting you. And I got to say, welcome home. We believe there's one power, love, intelligence, or force that creates everything, including each of us. And we're using that same power, love, intelligence, or force to create our lives according to our beliefs. The way we like to say it for short is your new life begins with a new thought. If you have an extra electronic device that's just going to annoy or distract you in the next hour or so, go ahead and turn it off or do whatever it is that you do with it so that the distractions are minimized. As I remind you that I am Bill Marchiony, the spiritual director at New Thought Philadelphia. Our music today is by the immensely talented Emily Drinker. We're trying to find a time when she can make her way down the hill to Balzer Club, one of those times that we're going to be in person so we can all be together in person again. We have a couple of practitioners for our celebration today, and also the president of our board of trustees, Breen Rourke, is going to be doing some MC stuff and helping with our welcome of new members later on. In a little bit, Joe Catanzaro, our SCP, is going to do the meditation, and right now, Jesus Baez, our SCP, is going to open our celebration the way we open everything, which is with a practical prayer.
Thank you, Rev. Beautiful morning. Are we alive today? If you're alive, say yeah. Yeah. Let's settle in. Let's pray together. Also, with our new members coming in this morning, even though they're members already of that body, the body of God, which all of us participate in. Now they're going to participate in the community of New Thought Philadelphia. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Always to add and multiply. I invite you to close your eyes if you're willing to. It's nothing magical going to happen while you closing your eyes. It's just going to the inner, to the center of your being, where God dwells, and we dwell in that secret place of the Most Highest, abiding under the shadow of the Almighty, having trust and faith in the one presence that saturate this celebration with joy, with love and peace. We come together this morning, like we come together every Sunday morning, but it's new. Even though we do the same things, we have the talk, we have the flames, the reading, but everything is new. You could go around the block 100 times, and it's still new each time you go around. The will of God for this celebration here and now is something beautiful, something joyous, far beyond that anything that I could sit down and wish for with my conscience, my eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard, or they come into the heart of man. And so that goodness, the abundance that God has created for each one of us. We are always safe in the everlasting arms of the Most Highest, which is here with us every time. It's omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. When I'm talking about omni, I'm talking about the fullness of God It's everywhere, in every time, in every space at the same time. It's always good to know and recognize the goodness with thanksgiving, appreciation, and gratitude. That's the attitude. I'm saying by experience, no matter what happens in my life, in your life, all things work together for the good. Looking at the goodness in this morning coming together as the one body, each member coming here, sharing their gift, sharing their insight, their thoughts, their prayer, the meditative state that we come, focusing our eyes on thee, God. Why? Because he brings us that perfect peace. That peace that surpasses all human understanding. It's ours for the grabbing. When we open ourselves, open the shutters, the blinds, being flexible to the goodness for God going through us, around us, as us. It is us. It's always God. Everything is God. That's where we live and move and have our being. So through the music, the talk, the meditation, and the eternal divine process where we live and I call life, all things are good. All things are wonderful. Or is God giving us the strength? Without, we are nothing. Just a piece of flesh, bones, cells, blood. But he gives us that spirit. They say the flesh is weak, but the spirit is always willing to take us to a higher place, higher and higher. It's an infinite place that we never reach, because that's what life is all about. That's the eternal divine process that is in us, through us. I'm so grateful, appreciative of this moment that I could speak my word, and knowing that my word will not come back void. Speaking with confidence, with knowing, with feeling, with imagination. And I let it go. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Welcome.
All right, prayer. Why do we pray? Anybody know? Because it works. Yay. So now we want to hear about how prayer is working in your life, and we call this Prayer Work Story. So you can raise your digital hand. You can go like this. You can just go like that if you want. If anyone's got a prayer that's working in your life, you want to share it with the community. Jesus, you have your hand up, my friend, and Robin. Then we'll go to Robin.
Yeah. It's like something, some things that you don't know what's going on. And, I left the car in Puerto Rico to fix, and it's been a couple of months. And I was wondering, I'm gonna pay why my car is not fixed. So I guess they was having some issues in that side, but I received a couple of videos from the owner, and he said, it's almost ready. So not that I need an excuse to go to Puerto Rico, but I guess I'm gonna go soon and get my car and then take it to the body shop and have it painted. It's a car that I sent there in 2000. You might say, oh, that's a lot of years, 24 years. But the car only got 60,000 miles. It's a Kia Sportage. And there's no cars like that in Puerto Rico, it's like one of a kind. So The guy said, now I understand why you fixing this car and trying to get it up to par, you know. So he sent me the video. It's almost there. So I'm just waiting to get my ticket and shoot down there. So thank you. Yeah.
Nice. Kia Sportage. Very cool. Robin.
Hi, thanks everyone. My prayer work story is things are coming together with moving along to a new community. So now it's back to where the area where I initially grew up. Things are coming together like pieces of a jigsaw, and I'm a planner. My background's in teaching, so I like things very orderly and very linear. And it's I'm realizing now that life doesn't go as I plan, and things are working out for the good. I'm seeing the good in everything I do instead of getting caught up in the rabbit holes of the past. I have a degree in history from my undergrad. Don't need to think anymore about the past, and it's moving forward one day at a time. And I feel lighter. I feel open and excited about the future and whatever may be. So that's my prayer work story. Thank you.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, moving forward. Beautiful.
I have a quick one as well. We've been talking a lot about the community that we're creating and connecting together with each other. And then Jennifer Kerrigan shows up in the Zoom today. So what a blessing it is to see you. Wonderful, and an answered prayer.
Indeed. So prayer works, whether you're shipping cars or shipping yourself to a new location, open to spirit, and all is well. Beautiful. All right. I think we're doing announcements. I don't have my kazoo, and I don't know who's doing announcements. Who's doing announcements?
Karen is doing the announcements, and I'll do the kazoo. Anybody else has a kazoo?
This Blue Moon information is on the website at newthoughtphilly.org. Sign up there for the weekly e-newsletter so we can keep in touch. We host 15-minute meditations on Zoom twice every day. If you haven't taken part lately, Zoom in this week. They're inspiring, fun, and quick. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings this week, they are also on Insight Timer Live. The Practical Prayer Podcast is, quote, evolution. Listen wherever you get your podcasts. Join in behind the scenes at the live recording session on Monday at 1 p.m. Save the date for our monthly series on Thursday, September 19th. It's spiritual but not religious, from 7 to 8 on Zoom. Reverend Bill talks about connecting with our spiritual selves in our own way, without rules or church supervision. The Personal Practitioner course beginning this fall will boost your spiritual practice to the next level. Classes will be on Tuesday afternoons. Contact Reverend Bill for details. Tune out the fear, tune in the vision. For 100 days leading up to the election, we are cultivating a special mindfulness practice to raise the vibration for all involved. Take part, text JOIN to the number on the website. Now, New Thought Philly will have a table at the East Falls Farmers Market on Saturday, September 7th. Contact Joe to join in and spread the word about us in the community. On the next day, which would be September 8th, join us for a special workshop being at home in muddy water with our friend Dr. Jerry Troyer on Sunday, September 8th. It's a heart and eye-opening workshop about our human experience, allowing ourselves to grieve, feel our feelings, and find peace. It will be hybrid after the celebration at Falzer's and on Zoom. The suggested love offering is $20. Follow, subscribe, like, and share our social media on Instagram, Facebook, Insight Timer, and YouTube. Join the 1,883 spiritual adventures in our group on Meetup. You're also grateful for your financial support. You can make tax deduction donation by Zelle, Cash App, check, PayPal, Venmo, credit, or debit card. Thank you to the team that makes our celebrations work and has fun doing it. We get together before the celebration, put the pieces in order. To join the joy, contact our volunteer coordinator. Now, next Sunday is on Zoom with the spiritual hokey pokey. Reverend Bill reminds us that something powerful happens when we put our whole selves in. Live music by Jamie Lula. The practitioners are available for professional sessions by appointment. After the celebration, Jesus is available for a miracle in a minute prayer. We'll leave the Zoom meeting open after the celebration for casual conversation. Join us if you like. The end.
Now I see that we know the folks who are here. We've all been here once before, but let's give ourselves some love. Let's share that love and light. Let us remind ourselves that we are connecting in community. So go ahead and rub your hands together. Feel the love. See who's here with us. Know that they are the love. We are the love. Let that light, let that love flow as we remind ourselves that we are the bright lights of God's love. And I'm so grateful for the way that we are connecting and shining and sharing ourselves today. So it is. Emily's going to do another song for us. And as she does, go ahead and switch into gallery view or scroll through on your device so you can make eye contact with the people we're in community with, because it's all about us.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, something without warning, love, always heavy on my mind. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Yeah, you can sing that part. A lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, someone else instead of me always seems to know the way. Then I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. A lovely day. When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, something without warning, love, always heavy on my mind. Then I I look at you, and the world's alright with me. Oh, just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. A lovely day. Yeah. A lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day. A lovely day. Lovely day. Thanks for singing along.
Thank you. That was lovely. Yeah. We're going to light the flames of faith, and Scopy is going to lead us.
Good morning, everyone. We perform this ceremony to acknowledge that all people and all faiths come from the one power, love, intelligence, which we call spirit or God. We honor the richness that comes from our shared diversity and bless the interwoven energy of the divine, masculine, and feminine. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony, equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the earth-based traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. As we light the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone or any place you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Blessed be. Thank you, Scopy. And the reading today comes from the book New Thoughts for Today, and the entry is by Reverend Dr. Abigail Albert, who, by the way, will be our guest speaker on October 20th. And Chris is going to do the reading for us.
The reading is called Connected, Cells in the Body of God. We are all cells in the body of God. Deepak Chopra. I am a link in the chain of creation. Detra Johnson, RSCP. It is important to really feel like a cell, a link in our humanity. Every cell has its place in the body, designed to do and be itself. Each cell is needed for the body to function. When one cell goes down, all cells are affected. When one cell is infected, all cells come to its aid to help it heal. We need to remember that our soul and our body are here for each other. We need to care for each other in the body of God. Nature is teaching us. We as humans are completely connected to each other and to the environment. The roots of the tree show us how they are all connected. The roots feel each one's pain and joy. We too can see and feel the hurt of the people every day, for we are all connected, one with and as every person. None are separate, all are linked together in the body of God. Franklin D. Roosevelt said, "The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have little." How can you help support and bring joy to your brothers and sisters? What is yours to do? Think it, do it. I am a cell to the body of God. I am a link in the chain of creation. I give to and support others, for others are myself. Reverend Dr. Abigail Albert.
Thank you, Christine. This is a fun celebration that we're doing today, and we're creating community, and we're creating community in a new way. We are the hybrid community. We started out just being in person. We couldn't get ourselves online while we were at the CA house, and then we had to get ourselves online from home. And now we're inventing ourselves as to what this community looks like as we are in that hybrid space. So we have new members joining the community today, and Breen is going to introduce the new members. I have candles here that I will light on your behalf. If you have a candle at home that you want to light simultaneously, you are welcome to do that. Mr. President.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as I read the names, our intrepid tech is going to spotlight each person, and then Bill's going to light a candle to signify you're bringing your light and sharing your new gifts, unique gifts with our community. So, Robin Sutherland. Nia Hargrove.
Becoming a member of this community is an important step, but it is only one step on a path. We invite you as new members to grow in your faith, learn about and deepen into this new thought philosophy, this affirmative way of life. And just as important, we invite you to find and share your special gifts with us. Ours is a shared ministry, one of service and love, and each of us has a crucial role to play. Your energy, your ideas, your love, your friendship make us who we are together. As you give, so you receive.
All right, Robin and Nia, I'm going to ask you to go off of mute. And you're going to acknowledge a couple of things here by saying yes. Do you choose to share your energy and intention with this community?
Yes. Yes.
Do you agree to participate in a meaningful way on a regular basis?
Yes. Yes.
Will you study and practice the principles of new thought and practical prayer?
Yes. Yes.
Do you promise to love yourself and respect yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Will you always recognize the good in yourself and others?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Now the congregation, you guys got a part in this too. So everybody come off of mute and be ready. We are a community of fellow travelers on a spiritual path. To our congregation, we ask that you welcome these individuals as lifelong friends we've just met, to support them as they deepen into the truth of their being, to greet them as bright lights of love, please signify your agreement by saying yes.
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 Nia and Robin, welcome to New Thought Philadelphia.
Thank you very much from a very grateful Canadian across the border.
Each of you brings light, visibility, and renewal to our community. Each of our lights has a common source. Together, we form a beacon of hope for each other and our world. May your light shine brightly among us for many years. So in the new members reception, you identified that gift, that word that you bring to our community. And please share it with us today. Nia first.
All right. So what's abundance? And I know that's just kind of like broad, but as we were meditating, I believe like abundance actually came to me because I'm starting to get like, I usually think of abundance as used to as just money. So now I know that I have like an abundance of shared love, talents, my creativity that I actually can share. And being a part of New Thought, I have been having abundance of enlightenment and the gifts that I have and seeing what others have. So now that I am getting the knowing of what they are, I can share those. And one thing actually came to me was time. I always say I don't have time. I don't have enough time to do anything. And something came to me like, you do have time. You just have a lot of distractions. So you actually have time. So my abundance of time that I can share with anyone, anything that anyone needs, love, etc. I have that abundance for everyone to share.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Nia. And Robin, and this happens a lot. So if you'd share the gifts that came up for you.
Sure, for me. If you see me looking down to my right, I'm just, I have some notes made just to keep me on track. My words were abundance and gratitude. And I've been on a journey for the last, especially since, I would say about the last 6 months of trying to immerse myself back in my spirituality and exploring what that looked like. And I'm proud to say that I found my home with this wonderful group of people, and I'm very grateful. And I went from being in a very challenging place in the winter to coming to the meditations initially, and then the celebrations each Sunday, and then finding myself in a challenging situation last month. And everyone was with me every step of the way, for which I'm very grateful. And I recognized from that the kindness of others and the importance of passing that kindness on, whether it be to complete strangers by being just complimentary and polite to people, because everyone, one of the things I realize is everyone is fighting a battle of some sort within. We don't know what that looks like. We don't know what a person is going through, but it's always to have, I try to have a gentle approach with everyone and be open-minded, and also to the love and respecting yourself and other people, and recognizing the good there is in people. It's so easy to get caught in the negative mind trap of the complete opposite. And when I was, I guess it was yesterday or the day before, when I'm looking at moving to this new community, one of the first things I did was posted on Facebook volunteer opportunities to give back to the community that I'm moving to, that has assisted me already in moving forward. And a multitude of organizations came up, and it's going to be a hard decision, but I'm looking forward to volunteering my my skills and experiences, and any way I can share my talents here online, as well as within my future physical community in my new location. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robin, and it's wonderful to have you with us. And yeah, and welcome to Robin and to Nia. And we're going to talk some more about creating community and building community and being in community in just a minute. But right now, let's have Emily do another song for us.
Awesome. Congratulations to the new members. I'm just going to drop the lyrics into this one because I realized it's easy to kind of mishear it's called Your Divine, but it's not like you are. It's just YOUR. So anyway, that's why I'm dropping the lyrics in the chat if you're curious. Wrote this with my friend Sherry Marcus Milano. Okay. Turn down the lights, turn up the candle. Turn down your sight from the hard to handle. There's a reason that the freedom you believe in keeps you seeking your divine. The journey inside shows the road to travel. Into the night till the dark unravels. There are spaces, hidden places. You can face it or erase it. You're divine. There are times you know right where you're going. Other times it's hard to find. There's a light inside that always knows when. It's more about what you need to leave behind. Align your divine. Turn down the lights, let the faces be gone. Burn down the brights, all the matrix neon. You can taste it and embrace it. You can waste it or misplace it. You can find it, get behind it. Your decision sets a vision. There's a reason that the freedom you believe in keeps you seeking. Find those spaces, hidden places. Let the hope in, let it open. You're divine. You're divine. You're divine. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Turns out that unmuting is a helpful thing. It says in the New Testament, in some of the words that are actually attributed to Jesus that are in the red letter Bible, where two or more are gathered in my name, there's great power. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit. It says two or three. And it's interesting because if you look at the commentary of what that means, what it doesn't tell you it means is that where multiple people get together and join together in consciousness, we are focusing that divine spiritual energy, that creative force that creates everything, and coming into alignment and bringing something new into experience. Because where two or more are gathered in my name, there's great power. That's what that means to me. And the explanations are about there's a sinner and there's somebody who's aggrieved, and the two of them getting together and working it out. Something. It's like maybe it means what it says it means. And what it means to me is that there is tremendous power in community. There is power in connecting with each other and being those two or three or more who are gathered. What I'm talking about today is prayer partners. And we've had some examples of people in the community who have gotten together in a prayer partnership as a result of being in a class or a program or a workshop or in friendship with each other. And I personally love hearing about that. One of my goals, one of my dreams, one of my prayer work stories for New Thought Philadelphia is when stuff happens amongst the people in the community and I find out about it afterwards. So I'm okay being the den mother and the switchboard operator and directory assistants to help people find phone numbers for each other. But when it turns out that people have gotten into a prayer partnership with each other, and the first time I hear about it is when somebody's talking about how great the prayer is working for them. It's like, amen, that's what we're talking about. Because what we're doing here is we're inventing a virtual community. And this is we just started out doing it because we had to. In March of 2020, there wasn't a choice. We went on Zoom. We happened to know how to do that. We started doing it in an expert sort of a way, and everybody did. Some people did it really well. Some people did it really poorly. We have created ourselves a community where today we're welcoming members in from across the international borders. This is so much bigger than Philadelphia. The New Thought idea is growing and expanding. And as we do that, I mean, during the pandemic, during the lockdown, we made the intention that we're not going back to just being together in a room because we want to have the ability to be inclusive, to allow people to not be left out because of their geography. And along the way, it turns out that some people are really comfortable being able to stay home and not be left out because they don't want to put pants on Sunday mornings. And that's okay. That's okay because we are inventing this ourselves. And it's the power of intentionality about us being able to set an intention, make an invitation for something new. And that, in a lot of ways, is also the power of prayer partners. So the idea with a prayer partner is you get together with somebody and you make it be on a regular basis. And I can do a prayer for myself. The technique for doing a practical prayer is relatively simple. It's 5 or 7 steps. It's in the practical prayer book. It's in the classes. It's in the workshops. There's online. I can teach you how to do that. That's not a big deal. And what happens is the prayer will work right until we get to the edge of our belief system. When we're praying for something and it's within range of our belief, then we get that new experience in our life. There's that uplift, there's that newness that shows up. And sometimes what happens is we get to a prayer and it's pushing up against the edge of our belief system. It's going to require something to shift, something to change, something to grow. And what happens is the prayer doesn't work the way that we wanted it to. And it's because we are not able to embody that belief yet. So the magic of having a prayer partner, somebody else to do prayer with, is it's done unto you as you believe. The experience that we're having are based on the beliefs that we're having. And in the prayer, we are expanding the range of the belief that we have. And believe it or not, I have some baggage about what I believe. There are things that I learned. There are things that I've experienced. There are perspectives that I've brought into this life. There are things that are left over from my culture, telling me about who I am and what I'm capable of and what I deserve. And all of those are active. All of those beliefs are active. And if I want to change my experience and it goes against one of those beliefs that I have, nothing's going to change because I've got baggage, because I've got stuff that's left over. Well, when we're working with a prayer partner, we're going to tell them our story. We're going to tell them this is what's been happening to me. And then we're going to do the pivot. This is what I want to have instead. And our prayer partner, in carrying our baggage, they might have their own baggage, but they don't have disbelief about what can happen for us. I say, I want to have this experience. And my prayer partner says, okay, you can do that. And they join me in prayer and do the prayer on my behalf. And that prayer is every bit as powerful as the prayer that I would do myself, because I think I might have mentioned this before. There is one infinite intelligence, one divine mind, one creative source that creates everything. And it doesn't matter whether the intentionality is coming from me or from my prayer partner or from somebody else. It is a new idea that's being put into that creative medium, and it's let loose to create something new. Prayer partners give us accountability. It's about showing up every week or every month or whatever the schedule is going to be present with each other and to be able to support each other in knowing that new truth about what's going on. And your prayer partner tends to be familiar with your story over time. I have been in a mastermind group that's been meeting every week for well over 20 years. I think we started in 2003 or 2004. And we know each other's stories. And it was structured. It's slightly different than just a prayer partnership. And I've also been in prayer partners with my prayer partner John Hannes since 2008. We met early in 2008, and then I was starting ministerial training then, and I was advised to get myself a prayer partner who was also a minister, and so he qualified. And so we've been doing this prayer partnership for almost 20 years, since 2008. And through that, I've had jobs and other jobs. I've been running a business and been working full time on ministry. He had a career, a long-standing career, and then he got bought out of the career and became a consultant for a while. And then he got another job that he's now retired from. And I've been there through the entire process as he goes from working to consulting to different work to retirement. He's had 3 homes that he downsized, and then he and his wife retired onto the banks of the Delaware River, way up in northeastern Pennsylvania. He's had 3 sailboats along the way. I've had the opportunity to go sailing in most of them. And the stories and what's going on for him and the way that he's been able to be present as I've gone through the changes in my life has been a wonderful consistency in our lives. So we can get together. He doesn't need to tell me a whole lot about the story. It's almost like shorthand. If you were to overhear the story, he'd say something about, I was volunteering at Kadampa, and you'd go, "What's that?" And what I know is that he's a religious science minister, and he had been volunteering a lot in his community in Morristown in North Jersey, and then stepped back from that. And after he moved up to his retirement place, it turns out there's a Buddhist temple, a Kadampa Buddhist temple that's about a half an hour, 20 minutes from where he lives. And so he has been studying Buddhism, and he does volunteer work at the temple. So he can just say that offhandedly, and I know where he is. And he has the advantage of having a prayer partner who has been watching him as he's transformed from being a high-tech project manager to being a Buddhist. Those things don't have a whole lot in common. And he's able to bring the gifts and skills and perspectives from each of them into his life. And we're able to support each other. I say this by way of encouraging you to find yourself a prayer partner. And it can be a formal arrangement, or you can just reach out to somebody and say, "Hey, I want to see what this is like to do prayer with somebody else." So the question is, how do I do that? Well, you can take a class, and we're going to run the Beyond Limits class, which is our foundational class in the New Thought practices again this fall. So you can jump into that. And one of the requirements is that you get somebody who you can pray with while the class is going on. It can be informal. If there's somebody who you know from the group or you want to connect with from the group, you can put a chat message in and say, "Hey, you want to get together on the phone and see if we want to be prayer partners, and give it a try." And the answer will either be yes or no, or I can't make the chat work in Zoom. And you can ask for an assist. You can send me an email or give me a call and say, "I'm interested in doing this." And I'd be happy to be the switchboard operator, den mother, whatever it takes to get that connection going on. But the idea behind that is to just do it, give it a try, see what happens. See what happens when 2 or more gather in the divine's name and bring something new into your experience. We have practitioners. Call a practitioner. They will be happy to either work with you to do some prayer, or if you and your prayer partner get to the point where you say, "I don't know what I'm praying for," or "I don't feel like I'm qualified to do this prayer," get a practitioner on the line with you, and they will help you understand how to broaden out what it is that you're setting about doing. Use the Practical Prayer book. There are 40 prayers in there that you can use, and there's a blank line so that you can change the specific affirmation for what it is that you want to create, either for yourself or for your partner. And you can change the language from I to she or he or they. And the idea is to do it. So we are going to be also resuming the Power of 8 circle, which is a way of getting a group together, having somebody identify the prayer that they'd like to do, and everybody putting the energy into that. And we're doing this because as we are creating a virtual or hybrid community, It's not just about waiting for the Sunday that we get together in Philadelphia, and it's not just about avoiding those Sundays or wanting to stay home. It's about being connected to each other and sharing the texture, the tone, the flavor of our lives with each other. A lot of this was inspired by Carolyn Nixon, who's our practitioner. She found us through the meetup during the pandemic, and she had been a practitioner before she wanted to be a practitioner again. And we created that possibility for her and with her. And then as she was dealing with health challenges, it turned out after the fact that an awful lot of people in our community were in regular contact with her. And so we as an organization, the Board of Trustees and the Practitioner Core, want to make sure that there's a mechanism where we can make sure that other folks have our contact information. So if you've been showing up on Sundays for a while and then you don't show up, somebody can send you an email or text you or make a phone call and just check in and see how are you doing. And beyond that, I don't know what our new hybrid community looks like because it's new. It's brand new. We're making it up as we go along. So we get to do that. So open up to that possibility. See what could be next for you. See what Spirit is telling you. If I say prayer partners, you go, oh yeah, let's do that. Then go ahead and do that. And if I say prayer partners, you go, nah, that's not for me. I don't want to do that. I'm not telling anybody my story. Then be with that. Find out where that's coming from. Because it might be completely valid and it might be something left over that's buried in your belief system that has been limiting you. I don't know. But the divine knows, and the divine will let you know because that's what the still small voice is for. So we got a couple of things that are coming up the first weekend in September. Actually, the second weekend in September. The first one technically is next weekend. We'll be at the Farmers Market in East Falls, and that's going to be a completely in-person event. The people get together and buy vegetables and listen to music in the parking lot underneath the US 1 or the Roosevelt Boulevard, depending on which road you think it is. And it's a wonderful opportunity. And since that's our in-person neighborhood, we're going to connect with the folks who are in the neighborhood with us and say, hey, you can come on over to the Falser Club and see us one of the Sundays that we're there. And we're here because this is a spiritual community that works if you're on site or if you're online. And we're also going to have Jerry Troyer, our friend Jerry Troyer, who's the president of the Affiliated New Thought Network, a dear friend of mine. He's coming in. He's going to do the Sunday talk the day after that at Falser and also hybrid. And he's doing the workshop on being at home in muddy waters. And if you haven't considered taking part of that workshop, go ahead and sign up for it. It is tremendously powerful. It is about getting out of our own way and not pretending like challenging stuff didn't happen, but opening to new possibilities. And in a lot of ways, that's what we're talking about here. There also will probably be an opportunity to connect with a prayer partner, somebody who's been through that experience with you. So allow your spirituality to blossom. Allow yourself to connect in community with another person who's a prayer partner, with a richer community, with an activity. It's up to you. There is something percolating now that's new for each of us. So let's open to it and allow it and be it, and the love flows. We are blessed, and so it is.
Thank you, Bill. I didn't plan to do this. This is very me. I woke up and I was thinking about prayer partners, and this song just kind of popped into my brain this morning when I got up, and it's a great song by Iron and Wine. Say it's here where our pieces fall in place. Any rain softly kisses us on the face. Any wind means we're running. We can sleep and see him coming. Where we drift and call it dreaming. We can weep and call it singing. Where we pray when our hearts are strong enough. We can bow 'cause our music's warmer than blood. Where we see enough to follow, we can hear when we are hollow. Where we keep the light we're given, we can lose and call it living. Where the sun isn't only sinking fast, Every night knows how long it's supposed to last. Where the time of our lives is all we have, and we get a chance to say before we ease away, for all the love you've left behind, you can have mine. Say it's here where our pieces fall in place. We can fear, 'cause the feeling's fine to betray. Where our water isn't hidden, we can burn and be forgiven. Where our hearts hurt from, where our hands hurt from healing, we can laugh without a reason, 'cause the sun isn't only sinking fast. Every moon in our bodies makes shining glass. Where the time of our lives is all we have, and we get a chance to say before we ease away, for all the love you've left behind, you can have mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. That was a nice inspiration that you woke up with. We're gonna do a little meditation now. Thinking about community, because that's really what we've been talking about. And I typically go back to, okay, what was the root of that word? Where did it come from? What does it really mean? It means common, shared by all or many, a society, and fellowship. I thought, okay, that kind of grounds me. That gives me a basis to think about this. So we'll think about community, and I have some things we can drop in as little seeds. Let's get comfortable in our chairs. Typically, you can sit up straight, put your feet flat on the floor. Basically, you want to be in a position of comfort, whatever that is for you. Feel yourself connected to the earth, to the floor, and imagine roots going deep down into the earth, into the core. And then reach upward. Imagine your head, top of your head, connected up into the stratosphere, the stars. Grounded and expansive. We'll start by taking a few deep breaths. Breathe in and hold it at the top. And release. Get a little bit of space that opens up. Once more, expand that space. Deep breath in. Hold it. And release. One more. Breathe in, hold it. And release. And feel that connection with the earth and the sky and with everyone around us. What are we here for? I mean, here in this group together, spending our time together. Share. To experience oneness. Service. Give, receive. We talked about abundance, and that can be so many things. material or immaterial. Willingness, openness, welcoming, connection, acceptance, inclusion and sharing, perspective, creativity, amplification. Turn that dial up on all the good that we feel. Gratitude, clarity, direction, it's all available. And as we come together, be open to it, it's more available. We can see it. As we go into the silence, just let all of this, these ideas, these little seeds, flow through you and think about them, whichever ones resonate for you. How can we develop it? How can we allow it to grow? How can we use it? And why? How can we share it?
But it's two and three gather in my name. A lot of people get triggered with the word God, Father, Mother. Or it's something, some residues from the past. No name would trigger us when we know the truth. Name simply means nature, the nature of God, which is peace and love and joy, beauty, freedom, wisdom, intelligence, which is all ours. In community, it's more than three here. That means that presence, we could see it, we could feel it, we could imagine. Sometimes that scripture said, now we are sons and daughters of God. but it doesn't appear so. But when he does appear, we should be like him, because we could see him, see the presence, that invisible, that we can't see with our natural eyes. We see it with the eyes of the spirit. You see that beauty from the invisible to the visible come together this morning, for we could see the goodness, the abundance, the gratitude in each other. This moment of truth, this moment of goodness, this moment of silence, where our minds and thoughts are still, like that ship sailing in the ocean of goodness. Some things cannot be taught. They gotta be caught, the eternal glove. Hitting home runs all the time, rounding the bases and being home in the storehouse of goodness. That door is always open, for we could go shop and buy with no money. We don't need no money. It's God in us. The infinite store of goodness is always open to the community of love and peace. That's gathering 2 and 3 in his name, the name of love. That's the name I'm gonna give. Yeah, love. That's what God is. Love. Father, the mother, the provider, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha, the healer, Jehovah Shalom, our peace, where we live, dwell, and move every day in the silence of our inner being. We possess that goodness, that presence. Let's embody, let's embrace that joy, which is our strength. When we recognize, unify, we will have new strength. We will mount our wings like eagles. We will walk and not get tired. We will run and not get weary. Because it's not us, it's the Father, the Mother in us. It does the work. So take a deep breath in. Hold it right there. Let it go. As you're comfortable, shake yourself a little bit. Shake that dust of goodness and let that gift spread out to the community right now. And bring your awareness back to the celebration as Emily sings this nice, beautiful song for each one of us here and now.
I put all my hope on the truth of your promise, and I steady my heart on the ground of your goodness. When I'm bowed down with sorrow, I will lift up your name. foxes in the vineyard will not steal my joy, because you are good to me, good to me. You are good to me, good to me. You are good to me. And I lift my eyes to the hills where my help is found, and your voice fills the night. Raise my head up to hear the sound. Though fires burn all around me, I will praise you, my God. And the foxes in the vineyard will not steal my joy, because you are good to me, good to me. You are good to me, good to me. You are good to me, because you are good to me, good to me. You are good to me, good to me. You are good to me.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you. And you finally did a song in the place where you said you were going to in the set list.
It only took me the whole service to stick
You
to
know,
the original plan.
I'm completely flexible as far as that's concerned. So this is the part of the celebration where we get to talk about what's come up for us. If there's anything you're ready to give voice to now, go ahead and wave your hand or use the digital hand raiser and feel free to give voice to it. And of course, no obligation. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of things to think about. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to invite Karen to go ahead and lead us in the offering.
New Thought Philadelphia is all about spreading the love. Our community is supported by your contributions. The gift you share helps to fund our work in the world, and the way you shine your light spreads the love. We are grateful for every way you share. We don't have a basket today, but there's a donate button on the website to make a donation by credit card, PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can also mail a check to our office in Ardmore. The offering affirmation is on the screen, and please, we'll say it all together. I live
in an
an
abundant
abundant
universe.
Universe.
and
I
one
am one
with
with the infinite source of
source of
all
all
good.
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 I am
I am
a
a
center
center
of
of
conscious
prosperity.
prosperity.
I
I
enjoy
enjoy the richness
The
of life.
richness of life.
I
I
bless
bless
my
my
gift.
gift.
I share my
share
gift
my
with
gift
my
gratitude
gift
and
with
joy.
joy.
as I
Joy.
I
give.
know that
I
as
know
I
that as I
give,
give, I
is
do receive.
and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. What a wonderful, wonderful last Sunday in August. Emily, one more song?
One more song.
One more song.
This is called People Need People. This guitar needs 6 strings, 'cause without it there's no song. And this house needs love in it, 'cause without it there's no home. there's one thing that I've learned through this year of being alone. I can feel it in my bones more than anything I've ever known. That people need, people need, people need people. People need, people need, people need people. We're all righteous and humble, we climb and we stumble, the strong and the feeble. No matter where in the world that you go, don't you know that people need people? Oh, people need people. We are all on the same road, walking in different directions, all cursed by the curses and all blessed by the blessings. Through the reach of a hand or a smile for a while, you could feel the connection. Even in the times when you think you're all alone, don't, 'cause people need, people need, people need people. People need, people need, people need people. We're all righteous and humble, we climb and we stumble, the strong and the feeble. No matter where in the world that you go, don't you know that people need people? People need people. People need, people need, people need people. People need, people need, people need people. No matter where in the world that you go, don't you know that people need people? And you got me like the ocean's got the waters, and I got you like mamas and papas got sons and daughters, and the stars got the sky so that they can shine down low. So no matter where in the world that you go, you will know you're not alone, 'cause come on, people need, people need, people need people. People need, people need, people need people. People need, people need, people need people. No matter where in the world that you go, don't you know you're not alone? 'Cause people need, people need, people need people. People need, people need, people need people. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let us conclude with another joyous cacophony. Go ahead and unmute your microphone so that you can shout out after me. I am love.
I am love.
I am light.
I am
I
light.
am light.
I have people.
I have people.
And together we let the love flow.
And together we let
Let
love flow.
And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Amen.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
And thank you so much. Robin, Nia, welcome. Breen and Jack and Jane, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was wonderful celebration.
Yeah.
It was.
You see, we got the new members, and they didn't have to walk through fire, the coals or nothing. So we skipped that part.
So they didn't. We'll do the sacrifice the chicken sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a
Right.
barbecue, of course.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna do it right now. Soon we're gonna sacrifice the chicken.
Well, whatever it takes. Rich will throw it into the fryer.
That's right.
Thanks a lot, guys. Y'all take it easy.
Thank you, Jesus. Lynn, it's wonderful
Bye-bye.
seeing you.
Thank you. See you guys.
Thank you,
Have
Karen.
a wonderful week.
Thank
Great
you.
to see everybody.
You bet. See
Thank
you
you,
soon.
everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Have a good day.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
Nia. Bye, Robin.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Dana.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
See you, Breen. See you, Jane. See you, Jack.